Hello. Sit back, relax, switch off your phone, and switch off from the outside world.
Hello everyone, I'm Raj. I'm working as a senior software developer in Tesco, and I have a own limited company, Tesla IT, and Raj Sakthi is my Twitter feed, so you can watch my tweets. So next 30 to 45 minutes, I would like to share about good things for modern software developer, what I learned last 15 to 17 years in my experience. I would like to share, and it should be definitely it will be useful for your career growth. I can see the changes in my career growth, so hopefully it should be easy for and helpful for your career growth. Building things yourself, you discover superpowers. He's an superstar artisan in Laravel, Bro. So the thing is, first of all, I would like to share with you, if you are a modern software developer, keep learning, always keep learning. So keep learning is very important for a modern software developer. And the next thing is, I would like to suggest turn off your notification when you are at work. It save more time when you do your office work, and you don't get any distraction, and you can solve the issues quickly, uh, taking normal with distraction and without distraction. So I would like to suggest the main thing, turn off the notification always when you are at work. Next thing, like if you know the basics, you can make any kind of food. Same thing, like if you know car driving, you can drive any kind of car. Same thing applicable for uh, in our day-to-day life and programming also. So I would like to suggest the basics from my point of view is understanding the mathematics, understanding the situation and the requirement. That is very important. If you know the basics, definitely you can give a reasonable quality product for your client. Next thing, next 3-4 slides are very important, and friends, like please understand these things. Definitely in your goal in future to join a Google or Amazon or a Facebook or Apple, nowadays trend it called 4. So if you like to join a 4, so the next couple of slides are very useful. So if you joining a big company, they are looking how you are doing your search, because you know every day, like for an example, 8 hours work, we are spending nearly more than 50 times we are using Google approximately per day. um, so using the Google, you need to know how to use the Google properly, getting the relevant result of your questions. So that is very important. All the big companies are looking for the stuff. So please try to understand not only the Google, all the search engine algorithms. Based on the search engine algorithms, used properly, you will get your relevant information or results. So how to do the search properly, the techniques and tips. Already Google help, they are providing all these stuff for us. So like for an example, if you want to search camera, only the $400. So if you add properly like these kind of keywords, you will get relevant information. Suppose you want to download only PDF based documents, you need to use file type doc. and even you can use like a particular site based result. You can use the specific site based result and combine searches. Even I'm happy to say, like, in my current project, my boss already implemented and suggested to implemented the Google search, these kind of concat concepts. Like for an example, I'm working for a Tesco, so I want to check milk 100 ml Miller brand. So milk space 100 ml Miller. So I'm getting relevant proper results. So these things I learned from Google. So understand how to use the keywords. So that is very important. And same thing, companies also expecting these things, because for an example, you want to you're looking some answer from Google and you are doing uh, like a 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 page. It's not a proper keyword. At least you need to get the result first page or second page. So that try to give that kind of proper keywords. And next things, all big companies, they are not looking, which framework you are using, which project you worked. They are looking only the basics. So if you know the basics, you can do many things. So I would like to suggest, understanding the data structure and algorithm basics. It's very, very important. And even, you don't need to be afraid like like a junior level developers. It's, all the programming language concepts are our real life scenarios only. You know, the data structure and algorithms concept, we are using queues, selection, loops. What is queue? You are going to buy something in Tesco in the quarantine time. What happened? We are in queue. So same thing, same concept we implemented as a programmatically. So try to understand the concept with our real life scenario, then you don't forget anything, and it is very useful to implement for your application. And you will get ideas, like you stuck with something based on your requirement. If you know your these kind of real thing, it is easy to implement. If you know these basics, automatically you can implement with any kind of programming language, not only in the PHP. You can implement same thing in a Java or JavaScript, React, or .NET, whatever, Python, any language. All the basic codes are same. So that is very important. And next thing is this solid stuff. This is also very important, because even like in the introduction talk, like as Simon said about the Laravel core, all the functionalities they are using properly for these solid principles. Uh, Even when you start to using the CRUD or anything for a simple app thing, uh, sometime, if you know these all the principles, you know we are using this one. But Laravel, all the cores are inbuilt, they are using this concept. So automatically, without knowing these principles, you are using that principles. So understand the principle, then you can make a more reusable code for your project, and it save your time, code review, and easy to manage your projects also. And next thing is design patterns. These also very important for getting opportunity in the big companies or small companies, any companies. As a developer, you need to know these concepts. It is very, very useful. So then only you know why we are using these kind of design patterns for our software engineering. These patterns also, is created based on our real-time scenarios only. Adapter means, like, what we are doing with adapter, charging adapter, all this. So what it's doing. So same concept, we are using in the software engineering. Factory. What is the factory? What is refactoring method? What is dependency injection, repository pattern, everything you can you mean you can understanding with your real-time scenarios. And next thing, I would like to give some tricks and tips for coding skills, productivity, and techniques ideas for advanced levels for a modern software developer. So like you no need to go and do too much research to understand about these PHP stuff. Already we have option PHP right way is available. If you go on Google and do the PHP right way, they already give all the basic stuff, how to use the basic concept, this kind of virtualization, caching, how to do the document, the resources also they are available, servers and deployment, everything is available. In 10 years before, we don't have these kind of too much online resources or any documentations or videos. It's not available now. We have thousand, more than thousand good videos and resources are available. So pick good one and use it your day to day, and definitely you can build quality applications. And next thing is, in a PHP we have a different kind of frameworks are available. um, Sometime what we thinking like a modern software development means not using modern framework or tools. As my point of view, modern software developer means you need to use um, relevant tool based on your requirement. You know, Laravel is famous now, Symfony is famous now, Cake also famous, like Zen framework also famous. But you need to decide which framework is suitable for your application, not not for about the framework. That is very very important. So next thing, like for an example, in a current trend, the Symfony, Zen framework, Laravel, these kind of frameworks are, trending and famous, and more many PHP developers we are using these kind of PHP frameworks. But how do you select um, this framework suitable for your application? Couple of things you need to note: how many stars for the repository, forks, how many watch, how many people using, sponsorship, how many branches, how many contributors. See, Symfony, more than 2000 contributors. Zen framework, more than 500 contributors. How many version they released for that framework? Because you are choosing some framework is easy, and you start to using, and some kind of some of the situation, what happened, you don't get any release or any update from the particular team or a developer, then you will struggle with your application for maintenance. So you need to think all these stuff before choosing the framework. See the Laravel, say download 91.52 million, stable version 7. They are going to release version 8 next month. And how many branches they are using, how many contributors, how many releases. So these are all the things we need to make sure before choosing the framework. Next thing, I would like to suggest compulsory we need to use version control for our small project, large project, or a medium project. It's not a thing. Compulsory, I would like to suggest use the version control. Even if you're doing as a single application, application to multiple application, and single developer to multiple developer working the same project. Using the version control is very important. And nowadays we are using it is a default version control for all our project, and mostly all the projects and application inbuilt they are using that one. And even the GitHub acquired by Microsoft, and now you can use private repository is also free, so utilize it. And I would like to suggest learn the Git concept, not the commands. Like we know the basic commands, Git like a checkout, add, and status, and the commit, pull and push. These all the things are we know, but I would like to suggest understanding the concept, what it's doing, why we are doing. We are doing Git stash, Git, reset, bisect, squares, rebase, why we are doing these things. We need to understand all these stuff, then only it is very useful to you for long run. And next thing is unit testing. No test, no beer. So his Uncle Bob, he's a famous man. He wrote many good useful books for tech world. So nowadays people are using test TDD concepts for big projects in big companies. I would like to suggest any project based on the time scale, like try to implement a PHP unit also. The latest new baby best, the guy, he also joined in no, he joined in Laravel team. Before he worked in Algolia. Now he joined in Laravel official team, and he is creator of Pest, and they are trying to implement Pest in PHP 8 also. So it's so simple. It's um, easy version of PHP unit. So try to understand this kind of PHP unit testing and implementing your projects. And next thing, code review. Yeah, when you do the code review, um, I'm giving some tips like for a junior or a mid-level developers, even senior developers. Like try to use these kind of static analysis tools before doing the code review, to share these ideas to your team. It is very useful for your team. See, I like this Grum PHP package. It is very useful. What happen is, normally uh, in a general point of view, like we do good code, sometime the syntax, alignment or anything we missed, and sometime we missed the PHP standard coding practices. So using the static analysis tools, it is very useful before you commit your code for a code review. It makes good impression for your higher authorities and your senior level. Even it is very easy for doing the code review for senior developers, doing the code reviews for others. It is very useful for my previous projects. Like when I worked my previous project with Pact Birmingham. So Pact is a publishing company. They are doing book publishing for IT books. So I work for their corporate site, packpub.com. And that website, we implemented new features and bug fixing for Magento 2 e-commerce application. So what happened when I joined that on the time, we have three type of people, like senior level, mid level, and junior level, and everybody in different location. People in Birmingham. Sometimes I work remotely in London, and we have offshore team in Mumbai in India. So what happened? All are different location and different age and different thinking. So initial stages without using these kind of tools. It take time to do the code review with others, and doing the discussion. It takes and it eats our time. Then I implemented and I give a suggestion. Me and my another colleague, we suggested to our team to implement these static analysis tools, and so everybody started to using before doing the code review. They're using this tool. See the example, see they're doing some commit using the grum php. What happened if you implement some basic php cs fixer, all of these kind of static analysis thing. If anything wrong in your particular file or a code, it won't give the permission to commit the code. So automatically you fix yourself before doing the code commit. What happened if suppose I'm the senior developer to doing code review with one of my colleague? If he following these thing, when I do the code review, everything should be clean. Anyways, we will check the concept and logic, but at code level, it clean. It save my time, their time. They will get good impression for the management team, and they will get promotions. This is also giving good productivity for their end. So next thing I would like to suggest, who is your best friend for the developer? Today I saw that tweet, that's why I added this slide. So I would like to suggest, my point of view, my best friend is books. So from my point of view, I would like to suggest all the developers try to understand and learn the basics of computer science. I would like to suggest these books are very useful, like how the internet's working, how um, software engineering concept, like how the big machine, a new machine, the soul of new machine, and these books are very interesting one. How they started, the computer science in 50 years ago, how we are using now. So if you know the basics, you can understand the current. We are now all the concept. The we are using TDD, like we are doing code analysis, and like a code inspection, like GitHub actions. All these stuff, it's not new. It's 30-40 years old concept, but we are using with the latest um, usability with some modification only. So if you know the basic stuff, it is easy. For an example, what happened, we are using the GitHub actions, or Jenkins for the deployment or other stuff. uh, Something somebody wrote previously, just we are following. If you know the basics, sometime some you can modify the steps, and increase your productivity based on your project. For a simple example, we are using PHP unit testing. So the pest is easy version of PHP unit testing, because the guy, he understanding the PHP unit testing. That's why he can modify the PHP unit testing as a easier version. So same thing. So if you know the basic thing, you can do many wonderful things in your projects. And next thing, these all the books are very useful for your development stuff. Clean code is very useful. All Java developers, they're following these things. So don't worry about it. Some good developer, they already implemented clean code, how we can use for PHP. It's already available in GitHub, so you can use it. And next thing, be a ninja in your tool. So yeah, everybody have some confusion when we are using the uh, code editor. Like the whole day we are using these kind of code editors like a PHP Storm or Sublime or VS Code. I would like to suggest, like try to use good plugins and shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts and everything. Useful shortcuts videos are already available in YouTube. So try to understand the shortcuts and use it. It save more time in your development time. So for an example, PHP unit testing, some good, this kind of plugins are available. So look, same thing what I said, how many stars, how many downloads, how long, how many releases, everything we need to look before downloading and using the extensions. And next thing, any PHP nowadays we are using Composer package managers, the gulp, grunt, this kind of compression stuff, all our project with the latest framework. But I would like, even your legacy application also nowadays these package managers are supporting. So try to utilize it. It's safe, and you can see the changes in your application. Like a 5 to 10 years ago, if you want to use PHP mailer in your project, what we do, we go to the PHP mailer project, PHP mailer package website, and download the zip file, put in inside our project, then we do everything. But using the composer, single line command line, that's it. And using this gulp grant and even the Laravel mixer, this kind of compression package, it do compressing all your JavaScript, CSS, images, and everything stuff. So it is very, very useful for our project. So try to utilize it. And next thing, I would like to suggest to use this kind of alias shortcuts in your bash commands, because it is very useful. Every time you can't type the full commands or anything, even you are using Git, every time you no need to type Git checkout -b and the branch name, using the alias shortcuts is very easy. And even when I use my previous project with the Magento, what happened every time I need to clear the reindexing and clear the cache and all the stuff. It's a long command. So every time typing manually, uh, it's not worth. So try to use this kind of aliases. And the same thing, like I use oh my z's kind of packages. It is already auto suggestion. Some kind of extensions are available, so you don't need to type even the full shortcut. Also, if just type, you will get suggestion. So it is very useful. And next thing, remove unused code and use the purge CSS. Check the composer self update every time. Check the dependency checks also, because every time you're changing the framework version and other stuff, you need to check the dependency of the packages, because sometime it won't work, you will get error. So check this kind of thing, and use code snippets for your like code editors. Like already examples are available how to create the code snippets, so you utilize it. And next thing is awesome. Awesome means everything is awesome. So if you want to learn something from the GitHub, um, even this is another productivity tip I would like to share you. Anything, awesome, then your language. I want to learn about PHP, awesome PHP, awesome Laravel, awesome Symfony, awesome Zend, awesome Lumin. whatever thing use the ASM. Already open source developers already created the list of um, all resources are available. Suppose you want to learn about Laravel, so you need to know about resources. What are the famous packages? What are the resources are available? What are the videos are available? What are the books are available? uh, which blogs we need to follow, and which paid courses are available, which free courses are available. Everything is available using this awesome concept. So try to utilize it. Not only in programming, anything. If you are using machine language or a Python or a Java, even MATLAB, electronics project, anything. Most of the version based, even Raspberry Pi stuff, everything is available. Next thing, trending based repositories also I would like to suggest to follow, because sometime it is very useful based on sometime in your project. For an example, in Laravel, initially the date format, date functionality, we need to write a helper class, and you can change yourself for the based on your requirement of the date format. Sometimes we use number format, sometimes alphanumeric format. So then, like a one open source developer, he started to developing Carbon. Carbon is a package for date format. Then before watching these trending, all these stuff, we don't know sometime. When you watch these things, sometime it will helpful for your project requirement. Sometime, initially we don't have any downloading Excel or CSV based file, based on our current query stuff or a result stuff. Then one like a open source developer, they started like a mat Excel. Now the package is like a million downloads. Carbons are inbuilt core Laravel package. So try to utilize these concepts. And next thing is see the happiness between the two kids, same thing. uh, so happiness never decrease from being shared. So if you are a junior or a mid-level or a senior, whatever, it's not a problem to try to share. If you learn something new, or if it is useful for you in your development thing, share with your colleague or friends. So it's good. And next thing is I would like to suggest do the pair programming. Prior programming is very very important in tech world. um, Even my current project, every day, every week we are meeting 2 days per week. So on that 2 days, like the 2 days we are finishing 3 days work, because it's a good opportunity to do the pair programming to sort out the bugs quickly, and make different solutions from colleague or a lead developer. So it is, yeah, a good thing. So try to do pair programming. And next thing, how to get and how to get these kind of tips and tricks, and understanding the concept, everything. So YouTube is a good tool. If you're using YouTube for good things, it is, gem. So use good things in YouTube. And next thing, uh, you can use these kind of third party tools also. I would like to suggest Medium, dev.to. These are good combined blog system. Like you will get many information from them. And Free Code Camp is a nice YouTube channel. And you can see, even the paid version course, the developers contributing freely. for Free Code Camp YouTube channel. All the videos are without any disturbance, without any ads, and even like a couple of days ago, my friend want to do the AWS certification. Uh, yeah, we saw some of the developer, they did like a 5-hour video for the whole end-to-end AWS certification development course freely. So still you have options are available. Some you can use Udemy, Udacity, Khan Academy. Even I worked the Pact also. They are giving a monthly subscription, so you can use books, videos, and everything. So utilize these kind of tools. It's very useful to improve your knowledge and development skills and your career. Next thing, Stackshare. Stackshare is a very good website because, for an example, previously even uh, using this tool, I don't know. For an example, I'm using Plural site is a very good, online platform for e-learning. But I don't know what are the technologies they are using and their speed, um, their UI, back end, front end, the query results, everything. I don't know anything about it, but the Stackshare is very useful application. You can get all world level um, major companies. They already submitted their company, application utilities, all the tools they implement. They are giving details. So suppose for an example, you are going to create a next, nowadays due to the pandemic, everything is online e-commerce for, the uh, delivery service. You're running a software company or you're working in a online platform company. They want to do some online e-commerce platform. So you are looking like you would like to do kind of Uber Eat, Deliveroo, or Just Eat kind of thing. The basic thing we are using, like a app kind of thing. So we are using iOS or Android thing. But you can compare, how the Uber Eats using the Google Maps, how the Uber Eats using the delivery stuff, and you can do the call through Uber Eats. You can do message through Uber Eats. You can contact the delivery man also. So all these kind of thing, how they are using, what is the API they are using. So all these kind of basic information you get from this website. So utilize it. And what are the backends nowadays, new tools people are using. And next thing, for front end developers, like everybody needs some inspiration to build UI looks nicely with a trending application. you know for major all phone companies, their reference is Apple. They are going to looking the Apple iPhone website. They are understanding the concept and they implementing with different UI. All functionality, everything looks same. Even if you go to the OnePlus, it's a kind of inspired by Apple, Samsung, many applications. So these awards website, how it will helps you, you can select the collections, and you can do the filtering based on, awarded all worldwide websites are available. So it is helpful to implement or do something for your new projects. And next thing, um, another way of uh, another suggestion for developers, try to find a good mentor. So if you find a good mentor, it is very useful for long run for your career. So how to get these kind of mentors? So attending the conferences, that is one of the um, opportunity to get good mentors. if you are a permanent developer or a freelancer, whatever may be, uh, like many companies are sponsoring to go and attend this kind of conferences to try to utilize it. And yeah, like you can see like same field people, same thinking people. Sometime Warren Buffett, his friend, who is his friend? Bill Gates and some other partners. So same field people, higher level, I mean like same thinking people. That's why he is a successful man. So same kind of thing, magic will happen for you also. So try to attend. I learn many things from these kind of conferences. Yeah, if you don't get opportunity to go and attend the conferences, try to attend this kind of meetups in your local area or nearest area, so you can meet same thinking people, and it's a good opportunity. I would like to thank Simon giving this opportunity, and is giving something for society to running this meetup. And next thing, if you can't go to attend these kind of conferences, already the conferences videos are available in online and YouTube, and some Vivo, some other kind of platforms also. So utilize these things. So more, even if you go and watch the videos in conferences, they're not talking about anything complicated thing. Every topics are basics. Why they are keep every conferences are talking the basics is, if you know the basics, you can understand, and you can do many things. That's why they are keep giving more details of the basic with different flavors. So I'm doing same thing. And next thing, due to in the pandemic period, I would like to suggest to all developers, yeah, mostly we are working from home. So already 99 percentage people already did this thing. So try to set up your home office, then it will gives a good feel to do long run sitting same place. You feel better to work as a productivity, and giving productivity for your project also, because that is very important in the current situation. Yeah, we need to secure our job, so that is very important. And next thing, like do some exercises when you have a lunch time, or when you get bored, so it is also very helpful. And next thing, this is the right time to do certifications. Already go to check the class central. I found this website in online. They already given a list of all the resources. um, Couple of even like Azure, Microsoft already giving £100 voucher, and training videos free. So you can do certification. And Udemy giving already 400 500 videos, Netflix giving some videos, uh, Udacity, many online platform. Due to this pandemic, they are giving some giveaway for society freely. So go and utilize it, and do some useful certification for your career. Yeah, because they are giving discounts also. See, I saw this one. See, Symphony, they are giving certification fee 40 percentage off. And so utilize all these stuff. Next thing, in current situation, how do you identify good company? Last 3 months, many companies are running furlough. If you get without furlough, or with furlough your salary, your company is the number one company in the world. If you get without furlough full salary as your regular income, that is the best company. They know the company have many issues, still they are take caring the employees. They are their family. That's why they are paying the full salary every month. So that's why I'm saying, so they are doing something for us. So same thing we need to do, contribute for our company. So these all the these things helpful for your boost your career growth. And next thing, if you know these kind of basics things, one day you will be a chef. Like when I start my career, I know only the HTML stuff, but after that I learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP. Now I can do Python, Java, .NET, whatever the language. It's not a problem for me. Within a week I can pick up, and I can help for my team. So same thing, like if you know the basics things, like you can do any programming language. And the difference between chef and assistant chef, how do you present your output? So that's why these all the things I told, like I use the database, I mean the data structure algorithm, design patterns using the PHP unit testing, static analysis thing. So if you follow these kind of things, when you give your project output, it should be 100%. I can give a guarantee you can deliver good product for your client and the company. And next thing, these all the things, it won't come easily. Success is ton of discipline. So discipline is very important. So if you follow the discipline, definitely you will be a 100% modern developer. Thank you. Happy coding. Thanks, Simon.
Cool. Thank you, Raj. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. So you'd normally applaud. I'm the only person you can hear, I'm afraid. There were a couple of questions.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ruth asked about pair programming, which she said she tried several times at previous employers, and sometimes had approval to try it, but it never quite worked out, and she was never able to do it. I'm guessing because business didn't quite make it possible to do it. So she asked, do you have any tips on how that can work, or how to make it work in an organization?
Yeah, definitely. Like in my current project in Tesco, my team is small, like only 3 developers, but we are doing pair programming every week. I would like to suggest to use if you are using VS Code, you can do the live share. Options are available in VS Code, so utilize that one. So using the live share, it is so easy, and it improves your productivity. What happened, when even when I start do the pair programming in this COVID-19, everybody in home, we do team screen share and do check their code and giving the suggestion. And certain 1 or 2 weeks later, I saw the live share package, and I tried to install myself, and I suggested to my teammates and my boss, and they agreed. And once we set up the live share, what happened is I have a control to access their code. Even we are using Laravel for our application. I can run the output in my local browser. So it's awesome. So what happened is just doing video screen sharing and doing these things, sometimes it makes trouble for the pair programming. Using these kind of modern tools, what happens sometimes, just a teams, and if you say suggestion, change this class, change this ID, change this method name or something, it's hard to other side person also. If you have a control, you can do quickly. I can say something to my colleague 5 minutes. If I have a control, I can finish that stuff if they don't understand, I can finish the task in 1 minute. I mean, what I'm trying to say to my colleague. So I would like to suggest to use that kind of modern tools. And next thing, I told you, use the Grum PHP kind of static analysis tools. It is very useful, when they do code commit or something. So it saves their time, your time also. You know what happened before, without using this kind of thing, sometime maybe mistakenly we control save or something is missing. What happened after do the commit, push and everything, when you do the do the discussion with your team or something, on the time it won't work. So go back and do the work again. So but using this kind of thing, it is definitely, it will be useful. The main thing, you need a good relationship with your colleague. That is very important. um, Give take respect, give respect. It is very useful. So that makes, like, they will eagerly help you. That's why I told, in the pair programming, what happened in my previous project, I'm doing code review, or doing the pair programming with the other side of the world, the developer. What happened, using we use reindex, other side developer, he typing the big command every time. Even for an example, the git status, maybe, what happened, we typing git status, sometimes we forget as a human error, st atus, I did like st ats, I missed you. So what happened again, it, so these kind of, try to use your side and the other side also, it will helpful. Next question.
Cool, thank you, Raj.
Okay.
Just on the pair programming again, so you said you do it every week. I mean, how much time do you tend to spend on it on the pair programming? Because it sounds like it's an organizational thing as well, which
Yeah,
mentioning is the
you
issue.
know, yeah, pair programming thing, what happened, my current scenario is like, some kind of thing, like, like already somebody working the project, they have a knowledge. Suppose you and me, the project requirement and the client project requirement, and what are you expecting in the particular page or some functionality. I know how to deliver the output, but I need to know the requirement. What happened on the time, like working with a knowledgeable person and the coding person, um, we can solve the issue quickly. So normally what we do, like we do 1 day, um, 3-4 hours pair programming. The pair programming, however we used, which one is complicated, um, on that kind of task only we do the pair programming, and it works 100% very well. And normally if I work the whole day remotely, if I do 2-3 hours, we solve many things. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's answered your question, Ruth. So it sounds like, yeah, you're using it to kind of focus on complex problems as well as kind of helping teach other people, more junior developers.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Marcin had a question, which might be a tiny bit off topic, but if it is, we can chat about it afterwards, obviously, in a general discussion. But he was asking, why do we still build user interfaces these days when all perform components have been implemented 1,000 times in at least 10 major frameworks? Shall we focus on logic and standards for usability as a 2021 for web developers? Any hints? Like front-end focus in 2021?
Yeah, the front end thing, like I hope currently what happened is, that's why many application currently people are started to building headless. The backend, most of the nowadays the projects is API concept. Uh, So you can use same thing for your apps, web, both. So I would like to suggest like a API based application development. So it is easy, even they want to change something in the front end UI. Even one of my previous project, Laravel, Magento combined thing, we used the backend stuff for mm, maintaining the store and other stuff. We used Magento, and the front end they are using like a latest React kind of framework, and web we are using Bootstrap kind of thing. So what happened is the backend thing we used Magento, the middleware we used Laravel headless, and the front end is Bootstrap UI.
Cool. Yeah, API developments. Yeah, definitely good. Yeah, maybe we can chat a bit more about that once we have a group discussion if anyone wants to as well, of course. I often find that accessibility can sometimes be an issue with generic form components, even stuff like Bootstrap, I think, can have problems in that area. But yeah, and everyone's always creating new components and new things and widgets, which aren't always standard, which is always interesting. But yeah. Cool.
And one more thing, like if I would like to say, like yeah, you can see like go to YouTube. One of the developer, he already gave a talk about what happened next 5 years in the front end. So JavaScript will rule the front end, easy 6. So focus that stuff. And if anybody starting their career or switching their career based on the current trend, learn Python.
Cool. Any other questions from anyone? Or? Not at the moment, but thank you very much, Raj. There's lots of topics you kind of covered there. That's really interesting. Yeah, if you have slides and things you want to share, then we can send them to you later.
Definitely. Yeah, I have account in Speaker Desk, so I can share the link. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And if you've got any links to some of the actual resources you mentioned, there's a lot of them, obviously, but if there's any particular ones that you think are particularly useful, it's always be good to kind of share them with the group as well. There's a few tools I've not heard of actually before, which was good. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.